What's going on, everybody? So according to the Associated Press, Donald Sterling, the ex-Los Angeles Clippers owner, will be suing TMZ, the website TMZ, and former companion Stiviano. Is that how you pronounce it? Stiviano. V. Stiviano. Okay, over a secret recording that ultimately led him to losing ownership of the franchise. All right, he filed the suit last week in Los Angeles Superior Court, 2 days after he filed for divorce from his estranged wife, Rochelle, just weeks shy of their 60th anniversary. We all know that he wasn't doing anything with her from the beginning. She pretty much was, you know, I don't know, she was just there, you know, just for whatever. I also believe, got doctors to agree to, you know, say that he wasn't mentally able to keep the team or something. We'll get to that part in a second, but pretty much Donald Sterling is claiming that Stiviano and TMZ violated his privacy on a scale of unparalleled and unprecedented magnitude. Yeah, well, you lost your franchise. It's nothing like owning an NBA franchise right now in this day and age, so I guess it would be unprecedented. A judge in April forced Stiviano to give back $2.6 million worth of gifts to Shelley Sterling, which included a Ferrari, a Range Rover, a Bentley, and a $1.8 million home that she claimed was community property from her marriage to Donald Sterling. Okay. All right, bro. So look, so it looks like Stiviano, she pretty much lost out. I don't know how much she got paid to give up that tape to TMZ, but I don't think it was worth it if you have a sugar daddy like this guy, which, you know, looking at him, I don't see how he can possibly get an erection. So maybe she had to do a little bit of things, you know what I'm saying? Like very, very little to even stay with that type. You know, like I said, look, in my opinion, Donald Sterling was being prejudiced in the privacy of his own home or in his phone. I mean, on his phone or whatever like that. Looking at what he did outside of it with his real estate, with him and his wife, and how they deterred minorities from living in their real estate owned franchises that they have over there in California, I can understand where the anger is for that. And for that reason primarily, he shouldn't have been able to be an owner in the NBA. Based on the call that he had with her though, I had a problem with them going really crazy on him for that, because it just shows a very contradictory stance by the NBA. Same thing with the NFL. It's all bullshit. All this shit is bullshit. They have to save face. You know, the populace is looking at them. Social media is all over it, and they have to save face. It doesn't make sense, because if you look at Donald Sterling's history, he was doing a lot of racial, ridiculous shit outside of the NBA, which should contribute to his, you know, ownership status in the NBA way before this. But you know, one call with his little, you know, side chick, and all this shit happens. That's bullshit in my opinion. Okay, he eventually sold the team for $2 billion. Okay, and let me see. He's also suing the NBA, Shelley Sterling, his ex-wife, and 2 doctors, accusing them of conspiring together to force him to sell the Clippers. The doctors said Sterling was mentally incapable of continuing as an owner of the Clippers and maintaining his family trust. All right, so pretty much what we're looking at right now is a man that, you know, pretty much he worked his way up. And that's what I'm saying. Listen, don't get me wrong. His mindset and in the field that he was in, which is a primarily black sport right now in the NBA, it doesn't fit. Don't get me wrong. I understand that completely. I am not knocking his removal and his ban from the NBA. But it's the reasoning behind it. Because Stiviano was posing with Magic Johnson, and you got to think about what he's thinking. You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, hasn't Magic Johnson had HIV for like 30,000 years? Like, bro, he don't know what she bringing back. He was probably just mad. He's like, look, I don't want you hanging around with the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not so far-fetched that a man that came up in his time feels that way. It's acting on it that makes it wrong. So I'm looking at it like this. I did more research into it before I even said anything way back, because I wanted to know who this man was. I didn't even know. All I know is that he looked like a pudgy sack of shit that used to sit on the sidelines of the games. He didn't even look like he was human. He looked like something out of Family Guy when they did that whole magic trick shit, or whenever they had magical powers and he was like a pudgy piece of shit. That's how Donald Sterling looked. So I'm not expecting anything much other than, look, bro, the guy owns the team, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He just goes there, he enjoys the game. I'm not thinking that any of this other shit is going on that he was doing in real estate years before, where his wife allegedly even dressed up like somebody else to see who was living in their places to try to get rid of any minorities that may have been in there. My whole point is this. If the NBA was going to get rid of Donald Sterling, they should have did it a long time before this call. I don't think that this call warranted his removal from the NBA. I just think it's a contradictory bullshit thing. I think that Stiviano lost a lot for being a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Because you get that one time fee, you know, from TMZ, and what? You a hero? What do you think? You think, you know, all of a sudden now, you know, Magic Johnson's gonna take care of you and shit? Like, bro, I don't know. You giving back all this shit. All the shit was yours. You was chilling. You know what I'm saying, bro? Donald Sterling had your back. The dude is a pudgy fuck. You were good. You could have made a lot of money off of it. And like I said, he doesn't look like the kind of man that can get an erection. I may be wrong. Possibly. I don't know. I'm just looking at him like straight fucking visual value. He doesn't look like he can get an erection. So she's in the money chilling. I don't know if the call was worth it, especially if the manager say, look, bro, he's being prejudiced in his own home. You know what I'm saying, bro? On his phone, thinking it's sweet. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I don't know. Same thing with Hulk Hogan. Like, bro, dude want to be prejudiced in the privacy of his own home. I thought he was cool with, like, Mr. T and shit like that. I never seen any other thing other than his restaurant or whatever that has certain dress codes that I started to get an inkling that he may just be a little bit prejudiced with Hulk Hogan I'm talking about. But other than that, I don't think these guys were acting on it. You know what I'm saying? When dudes are acting on it and actively walking around in KKK hats and shit like that and doing shit that shows that they don't give a fuck, like how we're starting to look at Chip Kelly with the Philadelphia Eagles, that warrants some attention. I don't know if I would have got rid of him and banned him for the phone call. You guys let me know what you think. Until next time, one love.